Sorry about the delay. I did the really wonderful thing of deleting Facebook off of my phone. And I thought it was great to delete it off my phone, but then apparently there was a new update that I didn't do on my computer. So I can't stream Facebook Live through my computer at this moment. So I had to re-download Facebook onto my phone. So here we are, a little bit later than what I had planned, and that's okay. So we're gonna release the frustration. Happy Mother's Day, happy Sunday, beautiful sunshine. Happy to be teaching this morning a nice slow flow class. Slow doesn't mean easy, but we'll definitely get in deep to some of these poses. Hold and breathe and just be present and be together on this beautiful Mother's Day. We'll give everybody just a minute to get settled. I feel like you're very far away from me. Just taking a moment to settle in. Actually, I'm going to grab a block. If you'd like to take a moment to grab a block. Let me just, I feel like you're so far away. Somebody's saying hi there. Oh, Sean McAndrew is watching. Hi, Sean. Happy Mother's Day, Sean. And taking some time. We're going to start in a seated, comfortable seated position. Whatever works best for you. That's how I do my classes. So if you want something different, you want to lay on your belly or on your back or in child's pose, feel free. But I'm going to start seated, ankles crossed, knees open wide. I could use some grounding after the technology issues, so palms face down on my knees. If you're open, if you are seeking something, maybe palms face up for you. Wherever you are, just being completely there, beginning to settle into this space, whatever space you've created for yourself. Yoga looks a little different these days. Just accepting that different isn't bad, it's what we have right now. Maybe it's what we need and we didn't even know it. Sitting your sits bones, sinking your sits bones into the mat. Taking a tall spine, finding length through the crown of the head, softening the shoulders away from the ears. If you're comfortable closing your eyes or just softening your gaze, and wherever you are, just becoming aware of your breath as it moves from the belly, through the chest, through the throat, in and out through the nose or through the mouth. Not trying to control it in any way, releasing control. We were never in control anyways. We're learning that now, just being present to the breath, allowing it to flow naturally throughout the body. And just being here now. Be here now. Scanning down through the body, starting at the top of the head and moving through the face and the neck. Noticing any areas of tension or frustration. Not dwelling on them too long or wondering why we're tense or frustrated. Just noticing and moving on. Scanning down through the shoulders, through the arms, all the way down into our hands, into our fingertips. Scanning down through the torso, into the abdomen and the lower back. moving through the hips, noticing any tension or tightness. As we scan down through the legs, past the knees, into the ankles and the feet, and each and every toe. Just being completely aware of our body and how it's feeling this morning. Slowly beginning to deepen the breath, finding some control. Taking a deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. A nice deep inhale in. And let it go. Continuing to take deep inhales and deep exhales in and out through the nose, tapping into that Ujjayi breath, warming the body from the inside out. Sending those inhales to the areas of tension you notice during your body scan. And with each exhale, softening, releasing, and just letting go. Being in this moment, in this space, totally tapping into your body, into your breath. Drawing your hands together at heart center in prayer. And setting an intention or dedication to your practice on this beautiful Mother's Day. Dedicating our practice to all kinds of mothers, mothers of all sorts. Redefining what we think of as a mother and recognizing the differences between the mothers or people who have mothered us in our lives. Dedicating this practice to them. And maybe setting an intention for yourself, something you're seeking in your life, something you need. Knowing what you want is not selfish. Identifying it. Drawing it into your heart with a deep inhale. And exhale to let it go. Slowly beginning to flutter the eyes open. Coming back to this space. And finding a comfortable tabletop position. Placing the palms underneath the shoulders. Knees hip-width distance apart. Toes untucked, feet are flat. Pressing the palms into the mat. Engaging the core, drawing the navel up toward the spine, nice flat back. Pressing here, holding for a breath. Beginning to press ourselves forward so that the arms are just a little bit over the wrists, putting some pressure into those wrists, into the fingertips. And then pressing back just slightly. Swaying our tabletop forward and back, putting some pressure on those wrists. And pressing back. If this is hard on your wrists, really pressing into those fingertips, engaging each and every one, pressing the flat part of the palm into the mat. And then coming back, stacking shoulders over the wrists. And flipping the palms, maybe doing one at a time, depending on how your wrists are. Flipping the fingers back toward the knees. And again, pressing yourself forward. And then a little bit back. Coming back and moving to the opposite wrist, moving to the left hand. Flipping the fingertips back, pressing yourself forward, putting a little bit of pressure, and coming back. Flipping the hand, coming back into our tabletop and moving through some cats and cows here. Inhale to drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Finding cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, draw the navel in to cat. Inhale to cow, pressing that belly down, drawing the shoulder blades together behind you, gazing up. Exhale to cat, really rounding the spine. And moving back and forth through those poses, adding anything else that feels good. Making this practice your own, waking up the body, finding some slow, intentional movements here. Moving through one more round of cats and cows. And after your next exhale, coming back to a neutral spine. Taking the knees open wide, big toes together to touch. We're going to combine, thread the needle with a child's pose here. So as you reach the right arm out, to pull it under and through, try to pull it as close to that left knee as possible, drawing that right shoulder underneath as you sink the seat back, resting the right cheek down on the mat. Either leaving the left hand where it is, or maybe beginning to press it into the mat to drive that left cheek back, squaring the hips, breathing into that right shoulder, twisting it out. And pressing yourself back up. Right hand plants moving to the opposite side. Left arm reaches out and pulling it under and through, coming down as close to that right knee as possible. Sinking the seat back toward the heels. And beginning to press into that right palm to drive the seat back toward the heels. Using that pressure, that resistance. And pressing yourself back. Walking the hands forward, lowering the forehead down onto the mat to find child's pose. With every exhale, releasing, relaxing, keeping this an active pose here, pressing into the palms, engaging the shoulders, stretching everything out. Finding one more breath. And coming back up into a tabletop position. Stepping the feet back to find a plank pose. Holding here for 3 breaths, reaching the heels back. As you press through the palms. Engaging the core, firing up the body, creating a little bit more heat. Everything today, slow with intention. One more breath here, really firing it up. And then on the exhale, dropping knees, chest and chin to the mat. 8-point salute, elbows tucked to your sides. And pulling the heart forward for baby cobra. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And pressing yourself back through child's pose. Eventually tucking the toes under, finding your first downward facing dog of the class. Bending the knees, pedaling out the feet, stretching out through the backs of the legs. Any movement here that feels good. Working out all the kinks. And eventually finding stillness, holding and breathing with every inhale, lifting the tailbone to the sky. Every exhale, driving the heels down, pressing the mat away. If you need to have a slight bend in your knees, feel free. Find what feels good to you. Every practice is different, from student to student, from day to day. On the next inhale, rise up onto the toes. Take a slow walk to the top of the mat, finding ragdoll pose. Bending the knees generously, feet 2 fist distance apart. I like to take my hands, the lower part of the back of my head, as my shoulders are pretty tight. Ragdoll doesn't always feel great to me. Elbows open wide. If you want to take traditional ragdoll, go ahead and do that. Relaxing the shoulders, nodding the head yes, shaking the head no. Shifting the weight into our toes, allowing anything heavy that you've been carrying to roll down the spine, off the crown of the head, onto your mat, letting it go. On the next exhale, releasing the fingertips to the mat. Big toes together to touch. Take a slow roll up to stand, finding Tadasana, mountain pose, stacking the body on top of itself. Knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips, palms facing forward, chin slightly tucked. Moving through a nice slow Surya Namaskara egg. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, finding length. Exhale, fold all the way down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, stepping back into plank pose, dropping knees, chest and chin to the mat once again. Inhale the heart forward and through to baby cobra or tall cobra if you're ready. Exhale the hips. Back through child's pose to find downward facing dog. Staying present to each posture, not rushing. Connecting breath to movement. From down dog, rising up onto the toes, bend the knees to look forward, step the right foot between the palms and then the left. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, refold. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, hands to heart center in prayer. Once more like that, moving at your own pace. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, stepping back. Either dropping the knees or moving through your full chaturanga, elbows tucked to your sides. Inhale the heart forward and through as you flip the toes under. Exhale the hips, up and back, downward facing dog. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Hands to heart center in prayer. Take a deep inhale in. And exhale it out. Surya Namaskara B. Holding each pose for 3 breaths. Really getting into those poses. Inhale, bend the knees. Sink the seat. Awkward chair, shifting the weight into the heels, maybe lifting the toes, tucking the tailbone in, drawing the biceps up by the ears, pinky fingers turning slightly towards each other, sinking just a bit lower, and exhale, fold over straight legs, holding our forward fold here for 3 breaths, drawing our heart toward our thighs, really stretching out the backs of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. We often rush through this pose, really drawing the shoulders up. Trying to keep that back as straight as possible. Fingertips can be on the mat, on the shins, on the thighs, wherever you are, drawing that navel in toward the spine. Exhale, refold to plant the palms. Stepping back into plank, holding for 3 breaths. Driving the heels back, pressing through the palms. Engaging everything slow does not mean easy. And on the exhale, moving through your chaturanga, bending at the elbows. Inhale your heart forward and through upward facing dog. Arms are straight. Hips, knees, legs are off of the mat. Pressing to the tops of the feet. One more breath right here, upward facing dog, you got it. And exhale the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. 3 deep, complete and cleansing breaths. Inhaling in, exhaling out. On your next inhale, rise up onto the toes, bend the knees to look forward, step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, refold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the seat. Awkward chair. I just realized that I skipped all of the warrior ones, so we're gonna do that one more time. Rise to stand, hands to heart center in prayer. Moving through real Surya Namaskara. I was so into breathing. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the seat, awkward chair. Hold it for 3 breaths this time. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into plank pose, lowering down chaturanga. Inhale your heart forward and through, upward facing dog. Exhale the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Drawing that right knee toward the nose, finding warrior 1. Plant the right foot between the palms. Drop the left heel, left foot's at a 45-degree angle, and slowly rise up. Warrior 1, we'll hold this one for 3 breaths, bending deeply into that right knee. If you need to reset it by straightening the right leg, rebending, breathing into that lower back as you square the hips, pulling that right hip back, pressing that left hip forward, pressing into the pinky side edge of the left foot, finding length through the fingertips. One more breath here. And exhale, circle the palms down, frame the right foot, step the right foot back to meet the left, flow through your vinyasa, finding your way back to downward facing dog. Staying present, continuing to breathe, draw that left knee toward the nose, plant the left foot between the palms, drop the right heel, warrior 1 on the left side, rising up. Once again, maybe straighten that front leg. You rebend to reset, pressing into the pinky side edge of the right foot, driving that right hip forward, pulling that left hip back. One more breath here, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, circle the palms down, frame the left foot, step the left foot back to meet the right, flow through your vinyasa and find your way back to downward facing dog for 3 complete and cleansing breaths, releasing, relaxing, Finding some control of the breath. On the next inhale, rise up onto the toes. Bend the knees to look forward. Step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the seat. Awkward chair. Exhale, rise to stand. Hands to heart center in prayer. Nice and warm here. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the seat. Awkward chair. Hands to heart center in prayer. Finding some twists. On the exhale, twisting to the right. Either staying up high or tucking that left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Keeping the knees in line with one another to keep the hips square. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Using that exhale to twist just a bit deeper. Releasing it all out. Coming back through center. Arms find length. Sink just a bit lower. And fold over straight legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back. Either flow through your vinyasa or move right back to downward facing dog. Moving slow with intention. Always the option to skip the vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. From down dog, find down dog split. Reach the right leg up and back. Extending through the right heel, flexing the right foot. Exhale, knee toward the nose, warrior one, plant the right foot, drop the left heel, and slowly rise up. Wiggle walk the right toes to the outside edge of the right side of your mat. Hands come behind the back, interlace the fingers. Draw the tops of the hands down to open up the heart, the shoulders. And on the exhale, fold to the inside of the right leg. Humble warrior. This is too much on your shoulders. You can rest your hands on your lower back. You can stay up with the shoulder near the knee, or you can bend nice and deep to the inside of the leg. Arms reaching forward. Using the exhale to release just a bit deeper. One more breath here, coming to your edge. And rising up, releasing the hands to the sky, shaking them out. We will walk the right toes back in. Circle the palms down to frame the right foot. Coming to the ball of the back foot, low runner's lunge. Driving that left heel back, pressing into the palms. And drop the left knee. Finding low crescent lunge, hands come to the thigh, untuck the toes. And eventually arms come to the sky, pressing the hips forward. Holding and breathing here. Staying present. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Left hand plants, right arm reaches, nice, gentle, simple twist. Down on the knee. Reaching actively through the right palm as you press through the left hand. Exhale, right hand comes down, tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee. Right foot steps back, find your flow, or move back into your downward facing dog. Rinsing everything out, either with movement or breath. Listening to where your body is. From down dog, reach the left leg up and back. Down dog split, flexing the left foot. Pointing the toes down. Finding a bit more length through that left heel. Exhale, knee toward the nose, planting the left foot. Warrior one, drop the right heel, rising up. Humble warrior on the left side, wiggle walk the left toes out. Hands come behind the back. Take the opposite grip this time. If you don't know what that is, it's whichever one feels more uncomfortable. That's definitely it for me there. Opening the heart as you press the hands down. On the exhale, fold to the inside of the left leg. Once again, maybe resting the hands on the lower back or keeping the left shoulder up by the left knee. We're really releasing down into that hip, into those shoulders, using the exhale, controlling the breath. One more here, sink just a bit deeper. And slowly rising up, releasing the hands, shaking them out, wiggle walk the left toes back. Exhale, circle the palms down, frame the left foot. Ball of the back foot, low runner's lunge. Reaching that right heel back. And on the exhale, drop the right knee, untuck the toes. Low runner's lunge, or low crescent lunge on the left side. Press the hips forward, arms reach to the sky. Holding and breathing, relaxing the shoulders, pressing the hips forward. Exhale, release the hands to the earth. Right hand plants, left arm reaches, simple twist. Creating a line of energy from the right palm out, the left fingertips, twisting it out. Exhale, left hand comes down, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. Left foot steps back to meet the right, flowing through your vinyasa, coming back to a downward facing dog, keeping the elbows tucked to your sides to protect those shoulders. In down dog, connecting to your breath. Inhaling deeply. Exhale to let it all go. From downward facing dog, reach the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Driving that right heel toward the right cheek. Keeping the shoulders square. Inhale, re-straighten the right leg. Exhale, knee toward the nose, plant the right foot. Rising up, high lunge, or on the ball of the back foot. Really taking your time here. Driving that left heel back, just like we do when we're in simple twist, when we're in a runner's lunge, trying to keep that back leg straight. Torso is lifted, reaching through the fingertips. Sinking nice and deep. One more breath here. And finding warrior two, drop the left heel. So the back foot's parallel to the back edge of the mat. Arms drop, reaching actively from the front of the mat to the back. Stacking that right knee on top of the right ankle. Holding and breathing here. On the inhale, draw the shoulders up toward the ears. Exhale, release them down the back. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach up and back. Peaceful warrior, still bending deeply into that right knee. Letting it do a lot of the work here. Softening, releasing, stretching out the right side body. Inhale, back through warrior two. How's that right knee feeling? Inhale, straighten the right knee. Bump the hips back. Right hand moves forward. And then down to Trikonasana, triangle pose. If you need a block, placing the block to the inside of the right foot. Left arm reaches, pressing the back body against the imaginary wall behind you. beginning to draw yourself back up, bending into that right knee, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach up and back, peaceful warrior to transition. Exhale, circle the palms down. Frame the right foot, step back, flow through your vinyasa, or press back to downward facing dog. Not rushing everything, staying present, staying here. Be here now. Our mantra for today. From downward facing dog, reach the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hip, driving that left heel toward the left cheek. Opening up that hip, pressing through the palms to keep the shoulders square. Inhale, re-straighten the leg. Exhale, high lunge pose. Plant the left foot between the palms on the ball of the back foot. Rising up slowly, taking your time. Sinking nice and deep. Keeping that back leg straight by driving the right heel back. Torso is lifted, arms reaching through the fingertips, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Holding and breathing. Moving into our warrior two. Drop the right heel, opening up the hips. Stacking that left knee on top of that left ankle. Reaching actively through the fingertips. Softening the shoulders by drawing them up toward the ears, nice and tight. And releasing them down the back. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. Still bending into that left knee. Try not to release it just yet. Stretching from the left hip out, the left hand. Inhale, back through center, warrior two. Now straighten that front leg, bump the hips back. Trikonasana on the left side, left hand moves down. Right arm reaches, opening up the shoulders, the hips. Trying to tuck that left hip underneath the right. Holding and breathing here. Rising back up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach up and back. Peaceful warrior to transition. Exhale, circle the palms down, frame the left foot. Step the left foot back and flow through your vinyasa. Moving with intention. Opening the heart. Finding your way back to downward facing dog. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, high lunge pose, plant the right foot. Rising up. Transitioning right into our warrior two. Drop the left heel, arms reach. Flip the front palm, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale into our balancing half moon pose. Right fingertips come to the mat or to a block. Stack the left hip on top of the right, flex the left toes. Extend the left arm to the sky. Holding here for 3 breaths. If you'd like to explore your balance here, lifting the fingertips up off the mat. If you're feeling ready for Shavasana, bending that left knee to grab for the left ankle or foot. One more breath here. Slowly beginning to drop back into your warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle pose, either staying up high on the thigh. Left arm extends to the sky, or right hand to the inside of the right foot. Wherever you are, opening up that hip. Maybe extending that left hand forward, palm facing down. One more breath here. Left arm reaches back up. Left hand drops to the inside of the right foot. Roll to the ball of the back foot. Right arm reaches, simple twist. Twisting it out. Exhale, right hand comes down. Step the right foot back. Find downward facing dog. Breathing through it all. Moving to the other side. Inhale, extend the left leg up and back. Exhale, high lunge pose. Plant the left foot. Rise up on the ball of the back foot. Driving that right heel back. Drop the right heel, finding warrior two. This is the fastest we'll go all class. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach up and back. Peaceful warrior. Beginning to transition into that balancing half moon. Left fingertips to the mat. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Flexing the right toes, right arm reaches. Holding here for 3 breaths. Maybe bringing the left fingertips up off the mat. Maybe bending the right knee for Shavasana. Wherever you are, staying with your breath. Beginning to bend into that left knee to find your way back to warrior two. In warrior two, flip the front palm, reach up and back. Find some peace. And begin to transition into our side angle, either staying up high on the thigh or dropping the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Right arm reaches. Opening up that hip. Beginning to extend that right arm forward, palm face down. Stretching out the right side body. One more breath here. Right arm extends right back up. Drop the right hand to the inside of the left foot. Roll to the ball of the back foot. Left arm reaches, simple twist. Exhale, left hand comes down. Step the left foot back. Flow through your vinyasa, finding your way back to down dog. Reconnecting to your breath. And be here now for 3 deep, complete, and cleansing breaths in downward facing dog. If you need to drop to child's pose, dropping to the knees, sinking the seat back toward the heels. On the inhale, slowly rising up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees to look forward. Inhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Hands to heart center in prayer. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Once more, inhale in. Exhale out. Beautiful breaths. On the inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Shift the weight into the right foot. Step back to pyramid pose. So feet aren't quite as long as warrior one, but left toes are forward, feet are hip width distance apart. Both legs are straight. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold, drawing the nose toward the right knee, stretching out the backs of the legs. Pressing that right hip back. Pulling that left hip forward, maybe walking the hands back to get a deeper stretch. Or maybe you're up a little bit higher, maybe you're on a block. Actually, we're gonna grab for a block here. One more exhale, fold just a little bit deeper. Inhale to come up onto the fingertips. Revolved triangle pose. Left hand either comes to a block, to the inside of the right foot. Right arm reaches. If it's too difficult to have the right arm to the sky, just placing it on the hip. Trying to tuck that left shoulder under, opening up that right shoulder. And exhale to refold, placing that right hand down. Stepping the left foot back, runner's lunge, shining your heart forward. Preparing to come up into a high lunge pose, reaching the arms to the sky. Bending deeply into that right knee. Preparing for warrior three, shifting the weight into the right leg, lifting the left toes off of the mat. Maybe airplaning the arms behind you, flexing the left foot. Maybe hands to hips or heart center. Holding for one more breath. Lifting that leg parallel to the floor. Beginning to bend into that right knee to drop back. High lunge pose. Arms reach to the sky. Drop the left heel, open up warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Turn the right toes in. So the toes are facing the long side edge of your mat to find a nice deep wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Maybe walking the hands underneath you. Getting nice and deep. Shifting the weight into our toes. Making any adjustments to our feet. If you have an inversion in your practice, feel free to move into it here. Headstand, tripod headstand. If you don't have an inversion, it's totally fine. Having the hips lifted above your head, giving you the same effect. Finding one more breath here. And slowly walking the hands back in front of the face. Lifting to a flat back. Turning the right toes forward as you draw yourself up. Stepping the left foot up to meet the right at the top of your mat. Coming back into Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, refold, shift the weight into the left foot, step the right foot back. About halfway, not as deep as warrior one, preparing for that pyramid pose. Both legs are straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, drawing the nose toward the left knee. Pressing that left hip back, pulling that right hip forward. Breathing nice and deep. Finding one more breath, using that exhale to sink just a bit deeper. Really stretching out the back of that left leg. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Revolved triangle pose, right hand to the inside of the left foot or onto a block. Left arm reaches to the sky or left hand to the hip. Twisting it out. Finding one more breath. Exhale, left hand comes down. Pressing both hands into the earth, bending into the left knee, step the right foot back, runner's lunge. Preparing for your high lunge pose. Rising up. Driving that right heel back. Finding a little bounce in that left knee to prepare for our warrior three. Shifting the weight into the left foot. Right foot lifts up. Flexing the right toes, either airplaning our arms. Hands at the heart, hands at the hips. Finding your balance here. One more breath. And dropping back into high lunge pose. Arms reach. Drop the right heel, open up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, turn the left toes in for another wide-legged forward fold. If you'd like to take a shoulder opener, bring the hands behind the lower back, interlace the fingers, maybe reverse prayer, maybe grabbing for the elbows or the forearms, or no shoulder opener at all. Exhale, folding forward. I'm going to take my peace fingers to grab for my big toes. Using my arms to draw myself just a bit deeper. Releasing and relaxing with each and every breath. Slowing everything down. One more breath right here. And releasing everything. Hands come in front of the face, rising up to a flat back. Slowly rolling up, turning the left toes forward. Step the right foot up to meet the left at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer, closing the eyes. Coming back to our intention. Back to our dedication. Finding our breath. Remembering our why. Continuing to move through our practice as we begin to slow down, even slower. Staying present, staying with it. The mind has a tendency to wander as things move even slower. Reconnecting to that breath. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, shift the weight into the right foot, step the left foot back to find a low lunge, dropping down onto that left knee. Untuck the left toes, arms reach to the sky. Straightening the front leg. Exhale, fold for a half split. Inhale, find length, reaching the arms to the sky, rebending into that right knee. Low lunge. Exhale, fold as you straighten that front leg. Hands come down, nose toward the knee. Half split. Re-straighten and rebend the right knee. Arms reach to the sky, low crescent lunge. Exhale, fold, straighten the front leg. Flex the right toes, holding here for 3 breaths in our half split. Drawing the nose toward the knee, stretching out the back of the right leg, driving that right heel into the mat. Beginning to rebend into that right knee, walking the hands forward, planting the palms, tucking the left toes under, lifting the left knee. Simple twist, right arm reaches to the sky. Reaching actively through the fingertips. Exhale, right hand plants. Swing that right leg up and back, down dog split. Bending the knees, stacking the hip. Opening up that hip. Re-straighten the leg. Exhale, knee toward the nose, finding a pigeon pose here. Right knee behind the right palm, right ankle behind the left. Untucking the left toes, straightening the left leg behind us, squaring the hips, opening the heart, and folding down into our pigeon pose for 5 deep breaths. Maybe making a pillow for your forehead with your forearms, releasing the arms out in front of you. If it feels better to stay up high or to move on to your back, feel free to do so, listening to what your body needs. Breathing into that right hip. Breathing into the discomfort. Staying right here, right where you are. Allowing whatever comes up, any feelings, any thoughts. Being present to those messages, not attaching. With each exhale, releasing those thoughts. Finding one more breath right here. Hands come underneath the shoulders, pressing your heart up. Taking a nice tall pigeon here, lifting the torso, shoulders back. Hands plant onto the earth, tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, swing the right leg up and back, release it out. Finding your downward facing dog, moving to the left side. Inhale, extend that left leg up and back. Exhale, knee toward the nose, finding low crescent lunge. Plant the left foot between the palms, drop the left knee, untuck the right, drop the right knee, untuck the right toes. Pressing the hips forward, arms reach to the sky, moving through our half split flow. On the exhale, hands come down, straighten the left leg. Shifting the hips back, nose toward the knee. Inhale, rebend, arms reach, low crescent lunge. Exhale, fold, straighten the front leg. Flex the left toes, nose toward the knee. Inhale, rebend, arms reach to the sky. Once more, exhale, fold, straighten the left knee. Flexing the left toes deeply, driving that left heel into the mat, stretching out the back of the left leg. And beginning to rebend into that left knee, palms plant. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, simple twist. Left arm reaches to the sky. On your exhale, left hand comes down. Swing that left leg up and back, down dog split, releasing out the hip, preparing for pigeon on the left side. Re-straightening the leg. Knee toward the nose, left knee behind the left palm, left ankle behind the right. Square the hips, drive that right leg back, straightening the knee, lifting the heart. And finding your pigeon pose here. Hands either walking forward, making a pillow for the forehead, arms extending, staying up high, or coming onto your back for 5 deep breaths. Releasing everything we've been carrying in our hips. All the tension, frustration, chaos, trauma, anxiety, maybe even pain. allowing it to come up. And with each exhale, allowing it to release, letting it go. Finding one more breath right here. Staying right here. And hands come underneath the shoulders, pressing your heart up. Nice, tall, proud pigeon. Hands coming to the earth, tucking the right toes under, lifting the right knee, swing the left leg up and back. Release it out. Finding your final downward facing dog of the class. Holding and breathing here, driving the heels down. And breathing, just breathing. Bending into the knees, lowering down into a child's pose. Taking the knees wide open, really getting into those hips. They feel really good right now, right? I hope yours do. Sinking the seat back. And allowing yourself to just sit, to stay, to heal. Slowly walking your hands back. Rolling over onto your right cheek. Extending the legs out into Dandasana, stack pose. We're not going to fold just yet. Flexing the feet. Hands at your sides, heart is lifted, chin is tucked. Feeling the power of the earth coming up through the palms, into the arms, the tension, flexing the feet so much that the heels begin to lift. And reaching the arms forward, slowly coming all the way down onto our backs. Bending the knees, placing the soles of the feet hip width distance apart. Preparing for bridge pose. We'll take 2 bridges here. Option to take wheel on the second bridge. That's what you're feeling today. Driving the heels into the mat, arms resting at your sides, pressing into the palms, the backs of the arms. On the inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Pretending there's a block between the knees to engage the quads. On every inhale, lifting up just a bit higher. On your exhale, slowly lowering down 1 vertebrae at a time. Feet mat width distance apart, knees knocking together, releasing the lower back. Preparing for 1 more bridge pose. Maybe going deeper, lifting up into wheel. Maybe wiggle, walking the arms underneath the shoulders to interlace the fingers. Maybe taking a block. And taking a restorative bridge. Once again, feet hip width distance apart. If you're taking wheel, hands up by the ears. On the inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Finding your bridge pose. Driving into the heels. Engaging everything. Using that inhale to lift just a bit higher. And whenever you're ready, slowly lowering back down. drawing the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the shins, rocking gently from side to side, massaging out that lower back. Beginning to rock forward and backward, creating some momentum to rock yourself back up into Dandasana, staff pose. Legs are long, feet are flexed. This time, arms reach to the sky, finding our forward fold, leading with the heart always, and releasing, allowing the hands to land wherever they end up, not reaching, overextending, being gentle with yourself, staying present to wherever you are today. Using the exhale to release just a bit deeper. And slowly making your way back up. Finding Janu Sirsasana here. Left leg is straight, right knee bends, placing the right sole of the foot to the inside of the left leg, squaring the body over that extended left leg. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Coming back to that breath. Recognizing if your thoughts are wandering. Maybe you have some virtual plans today. Maybe you're going to get outside. Whatever's coming into your head. With each exhale, just letting it go, coming right back here with us. Slowly making your way back up. Placing the right sole of the foot on the outside of the left thigh. Squeezing the right knee into the chest to take a twist. Right hand comes behind the lower back. Left arm reaches. Maybe tucking that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Gazing out over the right shoulder. Keeping that left foot flexed. Twisting it out. Using one more exhale to twist just a bit deeper. And coming back through center. Extending the right leg out. Bending the left knee in. Left sole of the foot to the inside of the right leg. Flexing the right toes. Torso over that extended right leg. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Continuing to breathe. On your next inhale, rising back up. Taking the left sole of the foot to the outside of the right thigh, squeezing that left knee in. Left hand behind the lower back. Right arm reaches, tuck that right elbow to the outside. Ooh, this side's much tighter for me. The outside of the left leg, flexing the right toes, gazing out over that left shoulder. Using that exhale to twist just a bit deeper. And coming back through center. Extending the legs out long. Reaching the arms forward once again. And slowly coming all the way down onto your back. This time extending the arms long behind you. Pointing the toes forward, creating as much length as you can. Reaching and stretching. In fact, let's take pentacle pose for 5 breaths. Reaching the arms out wide like a star. Toes pointed out off of our mats. taking up as much space as we can, reaching actively through the fingertips, through the toes, reaching and stretching, keeping everything engaged, pointing, extending, growing, never making ourselves small, expanding. One more breath, keep reaching. On the exhale, draw everything back into a little ball. Drawing the knees toward the forehead. And releasing down, arms out to a T, knees fall heavy to the left, gaze to the right hand, twist it out. Beginning to finish up our practice. We're going to twist to the other side, and then if you have any poses that you'd like to add, any gentle movements, maybe a gentle inversion, knees back through center, dropping them to the right side, gazing toward the left hand, maybe a happy baby pose. Finding what you need to complete your slow flow practice on this beautiful Mother's Day. Knees back through center. Giving yourself one more squeeze. And taking any of those final movements. Since you're home, maybe grabbing a prop, a blanket, something cozy as we begin to move into our Shavasana. Extending the legs out wide, toes falling off the edges of our mat. Arms resting at our sides, palms face up. Scanning down through the body, noticing any continued areas of tension or frustration. And sending a little bit of extra love to those areas this morning. Being gentle with ourselves. Not cutting your practice short this morning. Staying right here. Just a few more minutes. The purpose of asana is to prepare the body for meditation. This is just a small piece of yoga. Staying here, allowing the body to rest. Releasing control of the breath, control of the body, control of the thoughts. Shavasana maybe being the hardest part for many yogis. Especially if you're at home, there's distractions, there's no music playing. There's no yoga teacher spraying lavender, adjusting your shoulders. So it's up to you. Yoga has changed for many of us, but you have control over your practice. Be here now. As you relax each and every part of your body, holding and breathing, taking care of yourself, your body, and your soul. Staying here for just a few more breaths, or maybe longer. You can continue to stay and breathe and rest in your Shavasana. Or moving with me, beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Bringing movement to the wrists and to the ankles. Bending the knees, placing the soles of the feet onto the mat. And extending the arms out long behind you for a stretch. Falling heavy to your right side, finding one more moment here for yourself, taking your time. And whenever you're ready, not a moment before, with eyes closed, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position just as we started. Sits bones pressing into the mat, taking a tall spine. Drawing the hands together at heart center in prayer. Bowing your head in dedication to your practice. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide this morning. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you had a great practice. I never stand up when I come back to the recording here. I hope everybody has a beautiful Sunday, a beautiful Mother's Day. Look forward to seeing you soon. Good to see all of these beautiful names. Some of my favorite teachers on here. I think a lot of us are getting to practice more than what we did before everything happened. Have an amazing Sunday, everybody. Good to see you. Be gentle with yourselves.